A new breed of whitefly is wreaking havoc across South Florida, covering plants, cars, and walkways in a sticky residue, and in some cases, costing homeowners thousands of dollars in eradication fees. Is this just the beginning of the Rugose Spiraling whitefly reign? And will it be spreading its wings across the state of Florida? Here with the invasive insect forecast is entomologist Adrienne Huntsberger from the University of Florida IFAS Miami-Dade Extension. And thanks very much for joining us.
Well, thank you.
This is a new problem for us here in South Florida, and it could be spreading.
Yes, it has been. We've had it for about 3 years now, and just this year it's really been spreading throughout the coast of South Florida.
Now, where do they come from?
Originally, they're from Belize. We don't really know how they got to Florida. Of course, Miami-Dade County is always #1 as far as invasive species.
We're number one.
That's right.
Hey, let me ask you this. Is it causing agricultural problems as well as problems for homeowners?
Not so much. It's more of a landscape homeowner issue, and we get a lot of calls at the Extension office because people park their car underneath an infested tree. They get all this sticky honeydew, which is a secretion of the whitefly, on their car, and then there's this black sooty mold that grows on this honeydew, and that's what people are really upset about.
What does it look like, and how should we recognize this?
Well, it's a really kind of interesting insect. It's a whitefly. It's not related to the ficus whitefly, but it lays its eggs in these little spirals, and it's pretty easy to see that. As the infestation gets worse, the whitefly builds up in populations and produces a lot of wax, and that's something else that a lot of people see.
Wax?
Wax, yeah.
And the wax manifests itself in mold and black residue?
Well, the sooty mold is just a mold that grows on the honeydew, which is the excretion of the whitefly. And so that makes a sticky mess on your sidewalks, on your house, even on your car, and then you've got this black stuff. In fact, I spent the last weekend washing my car because we have an infested tree at the Extension office.
So when you have this situation, how do you get rid of it?
Well, there's a number of approaches. For small plants, you can always just use your hose with a strong stream of water and wash off as much as you can. If it's a large tree, you might have to use an insecticide. You can do it as a homeowner. You can buy products at your local garden center. There are soil-applied systemic insecticides available. These are long-lasting, so they last for like 9 months to a year, or you can hire a professional service.
This problem's growing. Is it spreading to other parts of Florida?
Oh, absolutely. Just 2.5 years ago, it was only found in Miami-Dade County, and now it's found all the way from Brevard all the way over to Tampa. And we don't know how much further north it's going to spread.
Any eradication efforts taking place?
No, not for this type of insect because it's not an agricultural pest. But there are we're doing a lot of outreach to make homeowners aware of what they can do, how to do things in an environmentally friendly way, and also meet their objective, which is to have an attractive landscape.
When you're talking an environmentally friendly way, what do you suggest?
Well, using the least toxic pesticides, you can use insecticidal soap or you can use horticultural oil. And if you use those types of sprays, you do it once a week for several weeks in a row for them to really work.
And that should do it.
That should do it. And a lot of times just spraying your plants off with the water takes care of the problem.
All right. This hour's newsmaker has been entomologist Adrienne Huntsberger discussing the Rugose Spiraling whitefly. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Spiro Campbell.